Crypto Nation and mining family, what is going on? What up, what up, what up? It is another FA Saturday. What's going on with all you awesome peeps? We got Retro Mike in the house here. We got Crypto Bedell with the FA. Man, I know that guy from somewhere. I feel like I might have seen him some point in time today, man. It feels like deja vu. What's going on, my dude? What's up, Gandhi? Stuff and things. Like only 3 minutes late. Craziness. I know. You know, bathroom and getting a drink takes a couple of minutes. Sorry. DCA. FA, we forgot to get a pick. Oh, yes, sir. We did forget to grab a pick. Maybe next time. I mean, it's not like you're horribly far from me. So like, come up into my neck of the woods, bro. So as you guys are sliding on in here, guys, don't forget to smash that lizardy like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. You guys know what to do. This ain't your first rodeo. I know that. We know that. So let's go ahead and get on into things. Mikkel will be running a little bit late, he said. So I was setting up stream, getting everything going. So I'm going to be running solo here for a little bit and just waiting for my... Oh, he's here. Shh, stop talking about him now. Everybody, we got to get some FAs in the Chizzy chat. Otherwise, I don't think I can let him in. My man Mikkel's over there, but I think we need FAs in the chat. So, come on, guys. Let's get some FAs up in here. Otherwise, he's got to stay in the waiting room. Bedell wants him in. I'll allow it. He's kind of there. Kind of sort of there. We got a blank screen. He hasn't connected into audio. He must be grabbing himself one of those drinks. At least that's what I'm thinking. You know, he just walked in through the door. Well, since we are waiting for my man Mikkel to get settled in, because I'm pretty sure he just walked in through the door. So let's dive into some. So let's see here. What are you guys all chatting about? It's like make them stay. Oh damn, Retro Mike's like sitting there sprinkling around some of that haterade. Man, he's like make them stay in that in that waiting room area, man. Psh. What up, nerd? Jason, good question. He's like, how much power can you use on a dual 20 amp breaker? So if it's a dual 20 amp, which means that you're running 240, you can sit there and basically you can safely run 15 amps at 220 power, which means that you can run a little bit more than what you would think. So I believe you're good to like 3,400 watts, 3,800 watts, somewhere right around there. That's what I'm like kind of shooting from the hip. I mean, you want to sit there and figure the 80% power rule, because you don't want to sit there and basically create a toaster in your wall with the It's at 17.6 amps. Okay. On baby duty. Nice. New England crypto. Like, Patrick, toaster. Yeah, but you also want to make sure what gauge wire you got before you start pushing the amperage like that. That's all. That I guess is like the big part of my thing is that I would actually like shut the breaker off, pull the plug off, measure the gauge of the physical exposed wire, and then ask me that question with the gauge of wire. That's like the best way to look at it. Oh, you'll be fine with an S9 on it. You'll be definitely fine with the S9 on there. Rest of the family's at fireworks. That's nice. That's nice. You know, taking one for the team. Be like, I got it. Mama, go out there and have some fun. I'll be on baby duty. Good, daddy. making the mama bear happy. That's awesome. What up, crew? We got DogeLord in the house. Yo. What's up for the evening? Yo. Exactly. I know how it is, New England. I know how it is. So while we're waiting for Mikkel to settle in here, since he's like taking forever, let me do it. I gotta like set things up. Oh, he's like halfway here. I see him connecting in now. He may be able to hear. Oh, he may be able to talk now.
All right, I'm feeding a baby. He was like screaming bloody murder the moment I walked in. He's like, ah. Like, I'm dry. I was like, I'll connect and then I'll run and make food. Apparently one-handing the situation.
Right. Well, now that you are here, I like picked out a few topics to talk about.
Nice.
Yeah, I know, right. Some hardware, and then some like crypto news that affects us miners. So have you checked out the AMD Little Phoenix APU?
I saw the article for it.
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
I know, right? Heck yeah, dude. It's like this is going to be on your small form factor stuff. I mean, it's like big power, little package.
New crypto, I'm on baby duty. Yeah, I feel that. I'm on baby duty as well.
Right.
The word of the day is unliable. That is facts.
So the AMD seemingly confirmed that the Phoenix 2 APU die at 137 millimeters squared, so around a quarter smaller than the original APU with 8 cores and 16 threads. The smaller Phoenix has reduced the CPU core and GPU core count and is expected to be used by the Ryzen 3, 5, and the 7040U series. So this is actually like going to have a lot of nice little use cases on there. And it should also go into. I would almost think that they would be using this like for like some like custom server cases and stuff like that too. But the pictures have been leaked out there. Let's see here. Here we go. Here's the stuff for it. So we've got 2 cores plus a 4-core count, so you can have 12 up to 12 threads. Max CPU core clock will be like 4.9 gigahertz, so pretty decent speed on there. I mean, you're not going to sit there and be like able to have high quality gaming, but you'll be able to sit there, stream, do some workloads with it, and if you accompany it with a GPU, it becomes a very powerful mining machine, in my opinion. Won't be good for proof of useful work. It won't have that kind of throughput. So if you guys are looking for throughput for proof of useful work, this is not going to be the route for you. But if you're looking for like some small form factor mining rig, this should be able to do that. I mean, I've seen other people doing mining with GPUs on Raspberry Pis, so I mean, why can't an APU do this? Like Retro Mike's talking about the halvening soon. What is that? 300 days? Forget when the halvening is. But yeah, I mean, like, so this APU is not going to be like your super powerhouse, but 30 days. I knew it was a 3. That's what I remembered. So it's a month away. Yo, Litecoin's going to get a little bit more. The BTC halvening 300 days. I always reverse those. I don't know why. Why? What up, Tech Man? What's going on, my dude? What's up? And Asus, it has released their Asus wasting no PCIe lanes introduces a GPU with SSDs.
This is the way.
Oh my god. I saw that and I was like, what?
This has been like, they've been able to do that for a while.
I know, but like, it just doesn't make sense to do that. I mean, other than they are not using the PCIe lanes and they're allowing you to hook a SSD for memory storage for your complete computer. Like an all-in-one solution. But for the GPU itself, why? Especially when your onboard VRAM is already faster. I mean, you see where my logic is on that, right?
Yes, I do.
I mean, I could see them using that as like the throughput because they're not populating all the PCIe.
Yeah. I mean, so in a sense, they're adding storage onto a GPU, right? So, mainly looking for games, man. Looking for games, quick loads, preloads of new areas, the faster load in times. Open world games, crossing, those threshold barriers where things have to load. Things like that. 100% see the use case for. Everything else probably has like no situation for it. But preloading things like Final Fantasy, like online, sometimes going between like spots takes a freaking hot minute to load. And if it had and it's mainly directed to storage, like it's always what it is. It's
but it's either not using all the PCIe lanes, and it doesn't matter that it's doing a little side load tasks on the backside, right? Or this thing is, whenever it needs to load up something, you introduce the complexity of this technology with the implementation of games, where you'll get stutters and glitches because of it.
Maybe,
I mean,
possible.
Because like you're either not using the data or you're interrupting data.
Yeah.
And I would see it being pretty cool as if it's not using all the PCIe lane anyway, especially for a small form factor PC that doesn't have a lot of room, and you're trying to make it kind of showy, and you could sit there vertical mount this thing and nobody will ever see where your storage is. I mean, I think that part would be cool. I could dig it. That I could dig. You just the clean aesthetics on it, because like these
could make small form factors a little bit better, because especially if you're loading, you could load a lot off of that.
Right. Put a 1 terabyte on the backside of there and have everything just directed right there.
DCA 5.0 has 32 lanes. Is it that?
I don't think so. I think these are it's Gen 4 specification, and so like it's not utilizing everything.
AMD did in 2017. Yeah, I remember it had a 2 terabyte hard drive. Yep, in the medical field used to load data sets. I'm pretty sure they had a card that had storage built directly on it. I think Linus even covered it at one point in time.
Yeah, I mean, I
knew that it was a thing, but
vaguely remember that stuff.
It was before its time.
Yeah.
The main thing is software, you know what I mean? Like, it's not for everyone. It was directly, like you said, mainly directed towards the medical field. So, use cases for anything else was non-existent.
Right. Because, and then you have to, tell the game. Let's say that you're going to utilize it for gaming purely, right? Now you've got a direct...
Might be a bad idea to slap storage on the hottest systems component. Depending on what you're doing, yeah.
Well, it's at the end of it, so it's away from the localized hot zone. So, I mean, you can give it
100% on the GPU. For real, dude. Wouldn't that be something? Plotting storage and using the GPUs as well for it.
Oh my god. Game changer.
That's a double win right there.
Right, that's a game changer. But what I would see from the gaming perspective, though, that would be the hindrance, right? And from a software developer, I don't know this aspect, so I'm speculating on my own logic behind it. But what files are getting put onto that thing that's required by the game, and how does the game know to freaking use it? I mean, these are logical questions on the backside. How are you?
I mean, it would have to be built into the game.
Right, the game would have to know you have this there.
Yeah,
so
100%.
So outside of that, then you're looking at this thing being just a gimmicky little way to have extra storage on your rig without taking any kind of a performance hit, technically, because you're not utilizing all the data lanes. Is what I would think. Because Gen 4 is by
essentially useless.
Yeah, I think it's gimmicky. Because it's like you have to have software tailored to that to be able to use it for that intended process. I mean, I personally don't know any. Could a product like this change that? Maybe. Would it be cool to sit there and put like an individual mining program on there and launch it on a single GPU?
Yep.
Dude, that would be freaking hilarious.
I think it could be useful on like Gia. Maybe like prove useful work situations.
Maybe
you could cut down on having storage if like you have 3 to 6 cards that each one of those cards have storage on it. You could potentially cut out having to have SSDs for those rigs, specifically, like for like a proof of useful work or like Dynex, Flux's proof of useful work. Yeah, things like that. It potentially could. There are multiple cases of it being used, but a niche of a niche, right?
Yeah, but like in the article, it's like it's talking about utilizing the unused PCIe lanes. So
I'm using the other 8 lanes. Yeah.
So they're just giving you throughput on that.
Yeah,
PCIe.
how are you liking that 4060 retro mic? Curious. Saw you posted a picture of it.
Nice. It is the 4060 as bad as everybody thinks? It's like, love the 4060, but you like, you like your pigeon coin too, so. Mikhail, I don't know if we could trust him. I mean, he's a pigeon coin fan.
Pigeon to the moon.
No, it's Mysterian.
What? No way. Daniel Keller just posted a picture of a car that he just got.
Like Retro's like, it's perfect for me, not for anybody else.
There was always that one car you wanted and dreamed of, and when you grew up, the dream came true. National, bro.
Yep, GNX. The car that was faster than the Corvette that year. And they had to kill the GNX program because they couldn't have a G-body. They couldn't have a G-body beating their flagship cars, so they killed the program.
I love it.
And
I hope
everybody, this is if you see a 3.8 liter motor, this is the car that it started from. Anybody that uses a 3.8 liter engine, it is 100% a Buick motor.
That's a nice car, man.
Yeah,
that's
they
clean.
are. That is. I wouldn't have those low profiles, but yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice car. Deep dishes aren't really my thing like that, but.
No, I like to have a little bit more meat on there. This way I can actually,
man,
not take out the rim if I hit the slightest little pothole.
That rear end is pretty.
Oh yeah, it's got a lot of junk in the trunk.
Costa Rica. This is his dream car. I dig it. I'm not a fan of the taillights. I've seen a few of them recently with these taillights on it.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it's different, right? It really does make the car look different, like 100%. Like you look at it and you make a second look because you're like, wait, what? Like, that's not a Mustang, is it? Looks like a Mustang.
I have a problem. I personally have a problem supporting the Ford brand on the Mustang lineup,
that's it.
Considering what they did to.
There we go. Perfect. 100%.
That's a good truck right there.
It's got some, it's got some process.
That's called character.
I love it.
That's loved.
I love these trucks.
I've thought about getting
Absolutely.
I've thought about getting those same tires, but I have to get like a step up for the
Square
wife,
bodies.
otherwise she'll never get into it.
Square bodies are awesome.
If my truck goes any higher vertically, she can't get in.
Yeah, I mean, that's nice. That's
Yeah.
a nice car. International nice. That's not Russ. That's light. That's the light edition. That's
Yeah.
funny.
But you want to know the one thing I do like about this
Retro Mike buying it with the Fluxmatic clean piece. It's funny.
that that Asus card that's got the SSD on the back of it. You want to know what the only thing I like about it is it's got the horizontal fin stack. It's server case friendly.
Supposed to?
Yes, it's server case friendly.
But I could,
It's like
logically how the air would flow.
Oh my god! Yeah, you want to blow it out of the freaking car, out of the case, not into the case. Yeah, so they've got it
not into the PCIe slot where the heat's like just being kind of trapped right there.
Right.
Hot
So they're blowing this thing out, like airflow coming out the back.
73.
So you can take the fans off of this thing and put this into a server case with some good Delta fans in there, and this card would never overheat. You can overclock the snot out of this thing in a server case. Forget about the PCIe. You're not getting all your PCIe lanes, so I mean I wouldn't worry about trying to use an SSD on there unless there's any kind of use case for it.
This stupid rate limiting crap on Twitter is really annoying.
Oh my god, everybody's losing their mind over it.
Yeah, like everything's like just taking forever to load. I've gotten the rate limit things quite a few times. I'm like, oh, all right, thanks. Please try again.
Stop scrolling through so much stuff, man.
Get out of here, man. Do what I want.
You're not allowed to look at so much stuff. You know, you're supposed to be productive in the real world. Rate limit, like somebody put out, or like rate limit goes off. Go touch grass.
What was it? I think Ashley Decan. She put. Elon told me how to go touch grass. She got like grass and she was like putting it in her mouth and using it like while she like was fake crying. Pretty funny. I said we're doing it right.
That's kind of funny.
It's funny.
There's a card that you'd probably be interested in that's going to be coming out. MSI introduces the blower 4090. It's a double thick slot. It's a true double thick slot, but it's a blower card.
I want it.
I know you and your blowers, dude. I know you love your blower cards, dude. And it's like beefy on this thing. Like the power delivery and all the chokes on there, they're like, yeah, amazing. So I think this thing has the potential of being a pretty decent powerhouse. Power delivery looks just amazing. I can't even like say that enough. Like the PCB is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I could show you guys, but bam, just like that. There we go. So this is the card, guys, and so the nice little blower, double card slot here, and here is the power delivery on this thing. I mean, that is some nice power delivery. You got the IC controllers off on the right side here, away from the power source, the heat sources on this. You got all the capacitors and filters behind the VGA core itself. I mean, this is one serious Pomambo Jamba.
Dig it.
I know, I can dig it too, man. So it is been pictured in the wild. Go back.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Wonder like how big it actually is.
Well, it's gonna be
How big the
definitely a.
blower is. You know what I mean?
It's a double card. It's a double slot card, so it's a doubled in. It doesn't look like the shroud's going above the doubled in, so I mean, and it looks like it's a little bit on. I mean, it's the card's full length. It's a full length card, so I mean that blower looks pretty big, but it doesn't have that vertical height like the EVGA for the winds, where they were like an inch taller than the top of the back plate.
Right.
Bracket. Yeah, the mounting bracket on there. So it's a standard double din slot card blower. And what I like about blowers again is that the freaking fin stack on there is pointed the right way. So guess what? They are server case friendly. Server case friendly. I love that stuff. I know you like it for a different reason because you like to undervolt those things.
Yeah, you can undervolt the crap out of blower.
Oh yeah.
It do be facts. Hound on Road did. It wasn't a Ford. That square body was a Chevy. Gundy. Were you talking about the Mustang? Because yeah, it was still. It's not that it was a Ford. It's the fact that it's a Mustang.
Yeah, I can't be behind a Mustang because of what they did with the Mach-E.
Yeah. About the Stang POS, yeah. Sorry, I have top chat on, so I'm like.
I hate this top.
Up.
I hate this top chat garbage, dude. And it's like on by default. It's like why?
Yeah.
Why?
Make you angry.
Exactly. It really does make you angry.
Yeah, it was pretty gross. SUV Stang's pretty gross. I would really love another Trans Am as like my dream car, but I got too many kids, and there's no third back seat in a Trans Am. That's the biggest thing. Even the Camaro, all that F bodies, that series, yeah.
You had 4 seats.
4 seats, a 4-seater car. That's it. You know. So that's my biggest holdback on one of those. I would love to get an RX-8 and like swap to an LS1, but an RX-8 has the same issue. 4 seats. 2+2. Yep, that's it. 2+2. And depending on what RX-7s you get, you can get a 2+2 option. But a lot of the FCs actually were not 2+2s. They were only 2-seaters. You had to get the option for the 2+2.
Yep.
I love my F body.
And
nice.
I'm right there with you, Automatic Beats. I love my F body.
One kiddo in the trunk.
You know it, man.
That'd be a hell of a ride.
They wouldn't complain not one bit.
Not at all, man. I wouldn't complain not one bit, man. I can imagine the ride
40 years ago, that would have been normal. Nowadays, they're like, call the cops. I've been offended. Dude, it's not your kid. I don't care.
Miners are too funny, bro. I'm buying some. That's the coolest shit ever. And I don't know if anybody else looks them up on Amazon, right? And finds the ESP boards, they're like $25. But if you're on Amazon, you go to the right and you click like new with the other options. There's one for $18, but it's plus like $8 shipping, which makes it more than the other one, right? It's like $27. But if you buy 5, which is the amount that you need in order to fill up one of the 1Us, the shipping is free. So actually, you save like 20 plus more than $20 in actual costs, because otherwise you're paying $25 because you're getting free shipping. Uh, but you can buy it for 18. But if you buy more than one, you get you
It's
get
like
free shipping
five. I
as
need
well.
500. That's what Mike just said.
Yeah, I think it was like 125 bucks versus I think it was like 90, like two. I think it was like a difference like 33 bucks, which is a lot. You know what I mean? That's a whole extra. You basically get one of them for free plus some.
Right?
Good fun. Yeah, dude. I thought it was actually kind of funny. I was like, oh, now it's more. And then I like added all five into my cart and it was like free shipping. And I was like, wait, what? And yeah, 100%. If you just add more than one, they take away the shipping. So you get them for $18 a piece. 18 like 75. I don't buy them all up before I get to buy five of them. Sure, like Retro Mike did. Technically, you don't need the screen and can save lots. Yeah, technically. But there's no fun in that. 100%. It doesn't look as cool. Where do you buy the rack mount for $12? I will post the link for you, sir.
Pack deals of the day. Brought
That's
to you by
right, man.
Mikhail.
I thought it was pretty dope because I think that's really cool. Really cool. What's up, Wheeling Crypto?
Yo.
That is wild, man. It is pretty wild. It's just 19-inch wide PCB. Yeah. It does require some soldering, though.
Oh.
Yeah, I did learn that. It's a bit of a bummer because I don't have a solder station or a gun or anything. So, didn't know that. One 1,750 million hashes submitted in 22 hours. Dude, they're really like, they put down the hashes for like the amount of hash rate that they do. It's like 21 kilo hashes per nerd miners. It's like really small, but like the fact that they like get so many accepted hashes is pretty impressive. You're gonna be able to fill a rack of them? Dude, that'd be pretty dope.
And you guys know that I like my small form factor stuff. If you guys are looking for Raspberry Pis, you can get those actually on Amazon also for like $100. So woohoo. But I've been eyeing these things, like watching these things be around like $200-300. I'm like, get out of here, and you're out of stock.
Let's see. I had his website earlier and now I do not have it. I haven't looked for it. Sorry. There we go. So bright for like a split second. There you go. That is. He's cool. This thing right here. Pretty cool. These are the nerd miners.
It's just
That
so
one's not
cool.
even running. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool concept. You know, just for small amount of watts that it does
I
take.
know. I do dig those, man. I do dig them.
And they look
Whenever
cool.
you like made the comment on Twitter about those, I was like, "Damn, bro." That's why I made
Yeah,
a comment on it too.
yeah,
I
I'm
was
gonna get
like,
one,
"Damn."
and I need it soldered up. So you know, maybe I'll buy like two and send them to you, and you solder one for me.
I certainly can do that, homie.
They just need headers so that we can slot the ESP boards into them, and then they
Awesome.
need the power dongle like soldered in.
Bro, say no more, dude.
Yeah.
It's like now that we're in like the mining bear market and stuff, you know, it's like some of the equipment that once was like stupid priced now is like kind of reasonably priced. And you're like, oh, thank God.
Buying a 3090 ain't as pretty. It isn't as pretty.
You know, it
I mean, even the 2U
unless
version is like super crazy cool, but it's like a different animal.
yeah. But if I was gonna do a 3090 Ti and I had to have a 3090 Ti, it'd be an EVGA. I would at least buy the last generation of an amazing brand.
Alas.
3080 Ti's on eBay for 600. Ouch, man, that hurts a little bit, man. That just hurt my feelings.
It's a good price.
I
It's pretty cheap.
paid like almost 2 G's on mine, dude. Day one launch, you know, $2,000 from the store. That's why it's in my main PC. And it's water blocked. And it's an Asus, so it goes with my Asus board. And it basically bumped my total build of my PC to being like around $6,000 for my PC.
Oh, for sure, Mike. Because since they're full ESP32 boards, they can be repurposed for other stuff in the future. 100%
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
reusable technology.
That's one thing I love about small form factor stuff.
3080's been hitting $400. Ouch.
Yeah.
Big ouchies.
Yeah, I got a bunch of those. I paid over $1,000 for each one of them. But the way I look at it is, if I'm really wanting to get rid of them, I'll just wait until there's another mining boom, and then I can just offload it through the next cycle. You know.
Yep. Heard that.
Winners, all it's like during the gold rush back in the day, the people who made all the money were the people selling the shovels and the pickaxes. Sadie's like, I'm building, trying to fill out a 3080 rig, one at a time. Nice.
Interesting stuff.
And One of the bigger articles that happened pretty recently is that Bitcoin miners sent a record 128 million in revenue to exchanges to pay for operational costs. And yet we haven't seen a whole lot of price movement with this. Like that one's a wild
Ships
one. It's
from
like
France. I know, it's like, man, ships from France, and there's like crazy crap going on there.
so it's like with this like little pump that happened, it's like did this pump like completely mask the Bitcoin exchange, the Bitcoin miners sitting there sending their coins to exchanges for operational costs? Was completely hidden with this market cycle, and the miners basically took all the retail's money.
Smart move, if that's what happened.
Right, I'm just saying. I mean, you're basically looking at 128 million got moved to exchanges.
Yeah, it's quite a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. You think they're preparing for? I mean, I have a feeling that we're about to get a new Bitcoin. I kind of get the feeling of. I think we'll get a new ASIC before the halving happens.
Yeah.
In my personal opinion, we're gonna get something new because these prices of like the S19s specifically are dropping literally by the week, if not by the month. They keep dropping in price. And Bitcoin price has gone up, but yet those machines still keep going down in value.
Well, what's Miner? What's Miner? Yeah, what's Miner's been pulling out? They just released a new machine.
Yeah, the M50S plus plus. It's like 150 terahashes.
Right.
I mean, the newest one I've seen from Bitmain right now is the S19K. That's the newest one I've seen come so far. I know it's on pre-order. Now you can pre-order on InHash, and it's like 136 terahashes. For like 30, I think it's like 3,200. Yeah, it's 3,200 watts.
And I've already seen the inside of the M50 plus plus, and that thing is stout.
Good. The heat sinks are so thick.
Oh my god, yes.
Six.
It was so sensual to look at that thing. I was like, oh, an ASIC done right. Because the last Bitcoin ASIC that came out, that K variant, they went to they went back to soldering the heat sinks onto the ASIC chip because they didn't learn the fucking first time through the S17 series.
Yeah, you're looking at a power ratio of 24 watts, joules per terahash. Really nice. Which S19 variants have the most power efficient mode? From what I understand, the 90 terahashes. Like the base model 90 terahash have the most like decent underclocking, because you can get it down to like somewhere between 1600 to 1700 watts for 65 to 75 terahashes,
Right.
Which is really good. It puts it into that same ballpark of 24 watts per terahash, which is the same as the K series. Granted, you're doing less hash rate, but you're pulling a whole lot less watts. If you watch the video I did on my channel like last Tuesday, it actually made the machine more profitable by $1. Like the machine became more profitable because of that, because of the low power mode situation.
Right.
Which I was wild, like watching it happen, like in the calculator, like live. You're like clicking it, and you're like, oh, look at this, and you click it, and you're like, wait, what? Why did that go up? And like you watch the number that you're making go down, but then the amount that you're actually like getting after electric goes up, and you're like, some kind of fishy magic going on here, sir. But yeah, so that's what I've heard. And right now on InHash, you can get them for $7.89. Like out the door for the 90 terahash versions, which is not bad.
Not
bad.
No.
If you do end up buying them, I do have an affiliate code for Nash, so please, I would greatly appreciate you using it.
Yo.
I'm actually looking at buying an S19 myself. Okay, right now, currently looking at current deals, because me and my buddy who've been running the Flux node have made the decision to turn off our Flux node. After this last Flux OS update, it's been like nothing but headaches.
Checked, yeah.
Hasn't been online for like a month now, like over a month now.
But everybody's been having problems with it.
Everyone's been having issues with it, yeah. And we rebuilt the OS, same issue. Rebuilt the Flux node, same issue. Like done everything, and the actual server just keeps locking up. So Yeti made a mention of to check the apps that were running on it, and from what I was looking at, we weren't even running folding at home, which is what has been a cause for most people because it's pegging out the CPU.
Right.
So it wasn't running it, so that wasn't accounting for it, and the server had headroom. So
how much
it's been
though?
About 30% extra for like what we were actually running. You know what I mean? Like we probably could have run the next tiered node up. We would just need an increased storage, and that would have really been it. So like we should have been fine.
Right.
But there's collateral halvings coming again, reward halvings coming again. So realistically,
is it worth locking up the funds? Yeah,
it's just turning it off. Probably the best option for right now. So I'm gonna use those funds to probably I'm gonna get an ASIC, so that way I can still accumulate some extra on the side. Plus, why not be a Visity Bitcoin ASIC?
Right. Yeah, I got to go through all of my stuff in my room, organize all of that, and I was thinking about maybe firing up one of my Visity Bitcoin ASICs and putting it on low power mode too. This way that thing doesn't scream.
Yep.
I couldn't believe how badly that thing echoed out of the facility, dude. Like, oh my god! It made the S9s seem like they were as quiet as a church mouse, dude. I was like,
S9s are relatively quiet.
Oh my god!
On like Brains OS, like they're relatively quiet with stock fans. Like it's mainly the power supply fan that's going to get you. Like that little fan is a whiner, depending on the power supply.
Mm-hmm.
That thing is full blast, no matter what.
Right.
But yeah, it's pretty wild that the M30s were so. That's the tone.
Yeah.
And I'm almost positive that it's also the same situation as the power supply fan on it that's making that high pitch. It's not so much the actual 140 millimeter fans.
No, it's
that
little
power
one.
supply fan.
It's the little one. It's the 90 millimeter fan that's getting you.
Yeah, because that thing screams.
Holy cow! That is a scream on a whole new level.
Yeah. I mean, even when it was like in the winter time and they were running, you could still hear them outside the facility.
Yeah.
And and they weren't even running very like hard. So yeah, pretty wild. Pretty freaking wild. Yeah, not a problem, Zadie.
I'd be curious to see how it reacts in my air cooled room.
Probably will. This is the one in particular Sadie that you're looking for. That is the 90 terahash model. And I think it's the reason why the 90 terahash model is the best, is because no matter what version you get, you're pulling 3200 watts like out of the gate. Like that's your stock wattage, right?
Right.
So like no matter the hash rate, the wattage remains the same in low power mode. It's a percentage of the power supply. Taking it down in percentages. So if you're already at a lower hash rate, your odds are less. And I don't think the 5 extra terahashes is worth it for like almost $300 more. Yeah, it goes from like $789 for the 90 terahash to $929 for the 95 terahash. So I don't think the 5 terahash is worth the price jump, in my opinion.
I mean, unless you're going to be dunking them.
Even then, I don't think it's.
Because the overclocking ability is a lot better.
Consumption is 3250. Yeah. In low power mode, you're looking around, depending on the mode, I think it's like 1600 to 1700 watts is what I'm referring to, though. All of the S19s, that's the low power mode setting. You know what I mean? It's like 1600. It's like 1650. It's up, and just click the link. It's built into that link. It should be at the very, very end. And it should say Crypto Mikkel. Of the link that I just posted. FA. That's right. But yeah, that's the stock setting. No matter the S19. So that's 1650 watts or whatever. Your 82 terahash model goes down into like the 50 to 60 terahashes for the same amount of wattage, and that's not as efficient. Though you can buy like T17s for like a couple $100. I've seen those go on pretty dirt dog cheap.
Oh my god, my one buddy is all about grabbing those. But you want to get the last gen.
$200.
You want to make sure you get the last gen on that series. Don't get the S17.
Or buy them modded.
Yeah, either get them modded. The T7,
the
T17 heatsink. Oh, definitely buyer beware on that one. That one you got to be an informed buyer, because
right. You know what you're looking at.
The first batch he gets shipped to him, he's like, "Hey man, do you see these work?" I grab one and I gave it a little shake. I'm like, "No."
Rattle.
He's like, "What's that?" I'm like, "Your broken heat sinks from your delaminated chips." And he's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, I wouldn't fire these things up. Oh my god."
Don't plug it in.
Right.
Intel was looking forward to their miner. You can buy it. I think you can buy it from Epic Blockchains. If I'm not mistaken, they had it for sale on their website. It was just, you had to buy them in a large quantity, and they were not cheap. They were not worth their price.
S9s are not very much the best bang for the buck so much anymore, unless you're just wanting to participate. Then it is.
Yeah. I would
But
remove one hashing board and put it on brains, so that way you can pull a significantly less amount of power. That would be my guarantee for that.
I myself would leave 3 boards in there and just downclock the sucker and achieve the same thing. Get like 1,000, get it to where it's running at 1,000 watts, and you'd be good to go. Otherwise, you're going to be looking at the 90 terahash S19, like Mikkel is saying over here, or you're going to be looking at the WhatsMiner M30++ or the M30, one of the 2 variants.
If you're running them at home, I wouldn't buy a WhatsMiner.
I'm going to be
loud.
I'm going to be testing this out here as soon as I get my room organized.
I really want to hear that on decibel meter, like in the room, man. Just like,
I'm gonna put one of those decibel meters onto my phone here, and I will let you know.
Turn it on before your wife comes home, and then wait for the wife to come home.
Right.
So yeah, turn that off.
Well, I mean, if I can 3D print,
low power mode should be okay. But
if I can 3D print enough to be able to put a tube on it, I can silence it.
I think Cloaks has it on his on File Factory.
I think he has that for like the S19s.
He has a WhatsMiner for testing now, so they're probably up by now.
Sweet.
Had one for a couple months now.
I saw the S19 one.
Potentially he has a newer one.
But yeah, I mean, like any one of them are it's like for even with the WhatsMiner, if it's loud, you should be able to. There are ways to mitigate the noise on there, especially for anybody that is like myself that had the car stereo systems in there, and we learned how to silence our cars with the subs going in the car with the doors closed and the windows up. You really didn't hear anything. It's just playing around with foam, fire retardant foam, and enough airflow in and out to be able to mitigate any heat. And then you should be very much good to go. There's people who have hash boxes where you can put an ASIC or 2 inside of it, and you really don't hear anything. There are people who, upstream, data upstream boxes, where I think they were even waterproof on some of their variants.
Yeah, you can put it outside. It is weather resistant.
Right.
Not weatherproof, but resistant.
Resistant. Yep.
Nothing's ever 100%. That's right. I appreciate all you guys. Make sure you use the like button, subscribe button, that bell notification. Anytime that we do go live here on the channel or post shorts, we greatly appreciate that, guys. All the love and support, we greatly appreciate it. All the Patreons, your FA, S19 Hydro. Hydros are pretty cool. Expensive though.
Yeah, because then you need
a cooler.
Radiator.
You gotta buy it. Yeah.
Radiator pump, and you're talking about a big radiator. It's not going to be a small one. You're probably going to be looking at probably like a 480 mil radiator per board, maybe 2.
It's so big.
Hyundai 150, 90. Get out of here.
Next year, probably.
Yeah. Well, they were talking 2024, so with the rumored leaks on that. But I also, it depends on what AMD does or Intel. If Intel releases the Battle Mage and that is a contender, it may force NVIDIA to tip their hand a little early. Yeah, yes, Gundy. Just use a car radiator, 100%. I did not, babe. So,
Heck yeah.
anybody have any other comments or questions? I guess before we start heading up out of here, since we are at that 1 hour marker.
Just use a car radiator. It's definitely doable. Mission Mojo radiators. Seen it. I've seen it.
Right.
You guys rock. Like an actual rock. I won 50 foot of 5/8 copper for $97 in an auction. Here you go.
Nice.
Hey, thanks for coming by, Gundy.
Hells yeah. Everybody smash them Lizzie like buttons, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. And if you've been here for a while, double check to make sure YouTube didn't turn off the bell notification. We know how they work with us.
That's right.
Water cool the basement. All right. Well, if you guys don't have any other comments or questions, certainly drop those FAs in the Chizity chat. We need to do an announcement before we get out of here. I think we need an announcement, and I think we need everybody to sit there and drop those FAs.
Is Pex okay with glycol?
I
don't know about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
If there's any type of acids in the glycol, then no.
All right, we got a bunch of FAs in the Chizity chat, so DCA Adventure is rated F for fucking awesome. Oh yeah, Gunny coming in with all those
In the chopper.
Right. All right, since we are at the end of the stream, I think you got anything else you want to go over before we head up out of here, my dude?
Nope.
Oh,
not that I can think of.
All right, I think we went over it. Are we able to push these awesome home dogs of ours over to another stream? Is anybody else streaming too? Share the love.
I'm changing them streaming.
Woo!
They are, and it is set. So,
all right. Oh, here we go. So thank you everybody for being here. All that good stuff. If you're new, certainly check out the links down below. Join the Patreon if you'd like to support us. Get into the DCA Your Mining, or if you'd just like to be part of the community Discord, the links are free down below. Be there or be square. Yo, be a part of the community. Either way, love to have you there. Thank you everybody for being here. All that good stuff. And peace out. Stay savage. And may your watts be low and your hash be high. And we'll see you on the next one. Yo.
Later, guys.